Hello students, welcome to Science and Technology Part 1, Chapter number 4, that is Environmental Management. And today's unit is Ecosystem Review and Relationship between Environment. Let us start Ecosystem, the introductory part of lesson number 4, Environmental Management. There are some questions which are related to ecosystem and environment, of which first one is, what is ecosystem? Ecosystem is the interaction between living and non-living factors, that is biotic and abiotic factors, that which we have studied in 9th standard. Which are the types of consumers and what are the criteria for their classification? There are different types of consumers: primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, top consumers or apex consumers, and these types are given on the basis of which those organisms depend for their food on the another living organisms. What may be the relationship between the lake and the birds on the tree? You might have observed that there are several birds living on the trees nearby the lake. They require food, and the food of the birds are the fishes, small insects. So they depend on the fishes which are present in the lake also. So there is a interrelation between different organisms. These fishes also takes their food from the aquatic plants. Aquatic plants also takes carbon dioxide from the environment, and the birds which are staying on the tree also requires water from the lake. So there are certain relation, give and take mechanism or the relationship between those. What is difference between food chain and food web? This is one of the example of food chain which was given in the last year. Sun is there. Using the solar energy, plants or the grasses prepare their food material. Then primary consumer, that is grasshopper, feeds on the grasses. Frog is the secondary consumer which feed on the insects or grasshoppers. Then there is snake which is a tertiary consumer which feeds on frog, and there is apex or top consumer, that is hawk, feeding on the snake. And after the death of every individuals, there are decomposers which decomposes the matter, organic matter present in their bodies and released into the surrounding. So there is one of the cycle, and this chain is known as the food chain, because the food present in the plants is transferred to grasshopper, again to the frog, again to the snake, again to the hawk, and remains of the food material are again deposited into the soil or in water or in air, that means in the environment. Then what is the difference between the food chain and food web? Food chain is a single way of transfer of food from one individual to the another. Whenever in absence of the grasshopper, grasses are consumed by another consumers, then these consumers are again consumed by the another consumers, means there are several food chains together, means there is a network of food chain which is called as the food web. Then write the name and category of each of the component shown in the picture. प्रत्येकाचं नाव तुम्हाला लिहिता येईल आणि त्याची कॅटेगरी सांगता येईल. प्रोड्युसर, ग्रासेस, ग्रासहॉपर, प्रायमरी consumer, like that. Then what is necessary to convert this picture into food web? Several possible food chains are necessary to convert this food chain into food web. Then ecosystem a review. Ecosystem is formed by biotic and abiotic factors and their interactions with each other. All the living organisms dependent on the non-living factors, means there is interrelation between these. Each factor plays very important role in the ecosystem. Producers like plants are important. फक्त plantच important आहेत असं नाही. Herbivores like deer, goat, sheep, cattle, horse, camels, etc. feeding upon the producers are also important. Not only the primary consumers are important, the secondary consumers are also important, that is predators like lion, tiger, which prevent the overpopulation of herbivores, are also equally important. Here one of the concept is given that if the population of one of the category is increased, it affects the entire बॅलन्स ऑफ द इकोसिस्टीम. म्हणजे कोणत्याही एका घटकाचं जर पॉप्युलेशन वाढलं तर इकोसिस्टीमचा बॅलन्स डिस्टर्ब होतो. ए क्वेश्चन मे अराइज इन अवर माइंड दॅट वेदर द कॅटरपिलर्स फाउंड इन नेचर, ऑर्गॅनिझम्स प्रेझेंट इन फिल्दी प्लेसेस, डर्टी प्लेसेस, टर्माइट्स, इन्सेक्ट्स प्रेझेंट इन द डंग, जनावरांचं जे डंग असतं, शेण म्हणतो त्याला आपण, त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा इन्सेक्ट्स असतात, आर रिअली युजफुल, आपल्याला फायदेचे आहेत का? हाऊएव्हर दोज ऑर्गॅनिझम्स आर इम्पॉर्टंट दो दे आर डर्टी. ते जरी डर्टी असले तरी इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत. वाय? दे क्लीन्स द एन्व्हायरमेंट. दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर क्लिनिंग द एन्व्हायरमेंट. हेन्स दे आर most essential and important. It means that our existence is due to these factors present around us. Hence we should care for these factors also. सगळ्याच फॅक्टर्सची केअर आपल्याला करावी लागते. Not only the useful factors but harmful factors are or unuseful factors are also most essential to run the ecosystem. Then the information that which we have already studied regarding the ecosystem, which is given in the form of a flow chart. We have to complete it. You have to write this flow chart in your notebook. Ecosystem consists of two different types of components, abiotic and here it is biotic. Now abiotic components are of two different types, physical factors and chemical factors. Here it is chemical factors. मग फिजिकल मध्ये काय काय असणार आहे? एअर, वॉटर, वॉटर वेपर, मिनरल, सॉइल, सनलाइट, टेम्परेचर, whatever. While in chemical factors, different types of the minerals, salts, they are in the form of a chemical factors. याच्यामध्ये काय काय असणार आहे? वन ऑफ देम इज इनऑर्गॅनिक सबस्टन्स अँड सेकंड वन इज द ऑर्गॅनिक सबस्टन्स. मग इनऑर्गॅनिकमध्ये काय? इनऑर्गॅनिक सबस्टन्सेस इन्क्लूड्स डिफरंट गॅसेस, डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ द मिनरल्स विच आर प्रेझेंट इन द सॉइल, वॉटर or in air like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, iron, sodium, potassium, all the elements. While organic substances are nothing but carbohydrates, proteins and fats, lipids, some antibiotics also. So these are the organic factors. Now let us study the biotic factors. They are of two different types, autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic becomes producers and all the plants are the producers. While the heterotrophic are divided into two groups. One of them is consumers. This animal word should be in this box. ॲनिमल हा जो शब्द आहे तो खालच्या बॉक्समध्ये पाहिजे, इथे पाहिजे ॲक्च्युली कन्झ्युमर्स अँड डिकम्पोजर्स. मग कन्झ्युमरमध्ये असणार आहेत ॲनिमल्स. मग ॲनिमल्समध्ये पुन्हा 3 प्रकार: प्रायमरी कन्झ्युमर्स, सेकंडरी कन्झ्युमर्स, टर्शरी कन्झ्युमर्स or top consumers also. And decomposers, here there are bacteria, fungi, these are the decomposers. So here the flow chart can be completed with the help of our previous information. Now paddy is cultivated on large scale in various states of India. Paddy म्हणजे ज्याला आपण राईस असं म्हणतो. Paddy fields are frequently attacked by grasshoppers. त्याच्यावरती grasshoppers attack करतात. Similarly, frogs are also present in large number in the mud of the paddy field. To feed upon grasshoppers, the snakes are also present there into the feed, therein to feed upon their favorite food, that is frog. Snakes पण असतात जे फ्रॉगवर डिपेंड करतात. However, if frog population declines all of the sudden, जर फ्रॉगचं पॉप्युलेशन जर कमी झालं तर काय होईल? फ्रॉग पॉप्युलेशन जर कमी झालं तर त्याने आपोआपच स्नेकचं पॉप्युलेशन कमी होईल ड्यू टू स्टार्वेशन, अँड द पॉप्युलेशन ऑफ द ग्रासहॉपर इन्क्रीजेस. ग्रासहॉपरचं पॉप्युलेशन इन्क्रीज होईल, त्याच्यामुळे रोगराई होईल. मग पॅडी क्रॉपवर काय इफेक्ट होणार आहे? क्रॉप्स विल बी डॅमेज्ड बाय द ग्रासहॉपर्स. नंबर ऑफ विच कन्झ्युमर्स विल बी डिक्लाइन अँड विच विल इन्क्रीज. जर फ्रॉगची संख्या जी आहे ती सडनली डिक्लाइन झाली तर स्नेक्स डिक्लाइन होतील, कमी होतील, आणि grasshoppers increase होतील. What will be the overall effect on that ecosystem? That ecosystem will not run properly. Then what is environment? Environment means the study of all these biotic, abiotic factors and their interrelationship. What is included in the environment? All these biotic and abiotic factors are included in the environment. Now we have to study the relationship between environment and ecosystem. आपण बऱ्याच वेळेला इकोसिस्टीम म्हणतो, एन्व्हायरमेंट म्हणतो, मग त्यांच्यामध्ये नेमकं काय संबंध आहे? एन्व्हायरमेंट इज ए ब्रॉड कन्सेप्ट. एन्व्हायरमेंट ज्याला आपण पर्यावरण म्हणतो त्याच्यामध्ये सगळ्या गोष्टी येणार आहे. व्हाईल इकोसिस्टीम इज ए रेस्ट्रिक्टेड पार्ट ऑफ दॅट एन्व्हायरमेंट. एन्व्हायरमेंट इज ए ब्रॉड कन्सेप्ट. फिजिकल, केमिकल, बायोलॉजिकल फॅक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम्स इन एनी पॉसिबल वे is collectively called as environment. कोणतेही फिजिकल, केमिकल, बायोलॉजिकल फॅक्टर जे अफेक्ट करतात त्यांना आपण कलेक्टिवली म्हणतो एन्व्हायरमेंट. इन शॉर्ट, एन्व्हायरमेंट इज द कलेक्शन, इज द कंडिशन in surrounding. It includes many biotic, abiotic, natural and artificial factors also. There are two main types of environment. Environments are of two different types. One is called as natural environment and other is called as artificial or man-made environment. And what is there in natural environment? Natural environment consists of air, atmosphere, water, land, living organisms, etc. Naturally, what is there? Everything existing naturally is called as the natural environment. Continuous interactions occur between biotic and abiotic factors. Their interactions are very important. Artificial environment is also affecting the natural environment directly or indirectly. आर्टिफिशियल एन्व्हायरमेंट मात्र त्याला अफेक्ट करते डायरेक्टली किंवा इनडायरेक्टली. बेसिकली Environment consists of two basic factors. One of them is biotic and other is abiotic. The science that deals with the study of interaction between biotic and abiotic factor of the environment is called as ecology. Study of the environment is known as ecology. Basic fundamental unit used to study ecology is called as ecosystem. इकॉलॉजीचं सर्वात बेसिक फंडामेंटल युनिट त्याला आपण इकोसिस्टीम म्हणतो. एन्व्हायरमेंट कन्सिस्ट ऑफ मेनी इकोसिस्टीम्स. वी हॅव स्टडीड सम ऑफ द इकोसिस्टीम्स इन अर्लियर क्लासेस. 9वीत असताना आपण पाहिले फॉरेस्ट इकोसिस्टीम, ग्रासलँड इकोसिस्टीम, पॉन्ड इकोसिस्टीम, like this. A small pond is an ecosystem whereas earth is the biggest ecosystem. The question may be asked, what is the biggest ecosystem? So earth itself is the biggest ecosystem. In brief, biotic and abiotic factors occupying a definite geographical area and their interactions collectively constitute an ecosystem. इकोसिस्टीममध्ये काय असणं गरजेचं आहे? बायोटिक आणि अबायोटिक फॅक्टर, देअर इंटरॅक्शन्स. अर्थ इटसेल्फ इज इन हॅव्हिंग बायोटिक अँड अबायोटिक फॅक्टर्स मीन्स देर आर इंटरॅक्शन्स. हेन्स अर्थ इज वन ऑफ द ब्रॉड सेन्स ऑफ द इकोसिस्टीम. Which cycles are operated in the environment? What is their important? We have studied in 9th standard, that is several gaseous cycles and sedimentary cycles are operating in the environment and they are necessary to maintain the balance. Environmental balance is maintained through continuous operation of various natural cycles like water cycle, carbon cycle, gaseous cycles like nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle, etc. So environmental balance is also maintained due to various food chains in the ecosystem. Now one of the most important thing is that human existence is totally impossible without the existence of nature. माणसाचं अस्तित्व निसर्गाच्या गोष्टी असल्याशिवाय शक्य नाही. Hence it is basically a responsibility of the human being to preserve द नेचर विदाउट डिस्टर्बिंग इट्स बॅलन्स. म्हणून माणसाने काय केलं पाहिजे? नेचरचं प्रिझर्वेशन केलं पाहिजे, त्याला डिस्टर्ब नाही केलं पाहिजे. इट इज सेड दॅट वी हॅव गॉट धिस अर्थ प्लॅनेट ऑन लीज फ्रॉम अवर फ्युचर जनरेशन अँड नॉट ॲज अॅन ॲन्सेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी फ्रॉम अवर ॲन्सेस्टर्स. आपण असा विचार केला पाहिजे की हे अर्थ, हे प्लॅनेट आपल्याला उसनवार मिळालेलं आहे. कोणासाठी? फॉर अवर फ्युचर जनरेशन्स अँड नॉट ॲन ॲन्सेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी. आपल्या वडिलांची प्रॉपर्टी नाही, आपल्या पूर्वजांची ती प्रॉपर्टी नाही. फ्रॉम अवर ॲन्सेस्टर, आपल्या पूर्वजांकडून तुम्हाला ती प्रॉपर्टी म्हणून मिळालेलं नाही, तर ते पुढच्या जनरेशनसाठी, फ्युचर जनरेशनसाठी ते आपण उसनवारीने घेतलेला भाग आहे असं समजलं पाहिजे. हेन्स वी शुड नॉट फॉरगेट टू कॉन्झर्व इट फॉर आवर सेल्फ्स अँड फॉर फ्युचर जनरेशन. म्हणून आपण आपल्यासाठी आणि भविष्यातल्या अनेक पिढ्यांसाठी त्याचं कॉन्झर्वेशन करणं गरजेचं आहे. From this video we come across what is the relationship between the environment and ecosystem, what is the natural environment and artificial environment, and what should be done to conserve our environment. Thank you.